Hey, good afternoon everyone. Today we're working on a 2005 Toyota Tundra. 4.87 liter V8. This thing has 180,000 miles on it. What I'm doing, oil change, adjusting the rear brakes, their drum, changing the front brakes and rotors, their disc brakes naturally. What I wanted to show you was, these Toyota brakes, they work pretty slick if they're not all galled up. And this thing, he claims, is only the second set of brakes. So they were in really bad shape. And what you end up doing, if they're all galled up, you got to beat these pins out with a hammer and a punch. And I'll show you, how everything comes apart. Let me get down in position here. Now, very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take a pry bar, stick it in between the pad and the rotor, and pry. And when you pry it, you're going to pry until you see these pistons inside of here. They're going to be almost flush with this. All you'll see is the rubber seal. Pry that one all the way back, then you get yourself something small to stick in there, a punch, whatever. Stick that punch in there. Then you pry this set all the way back. And the reason you put this punch in is as you're prying this set back, it's going to try to push this set back towards the rotor. So you do that, it holds everything in place. And then you just leave everything jammed in there. And if this doesn't stay, there we go. And you go to your pins. Now each pin is held in with this little cotter pin right here. You yank that cotter pin out, put it somewhere where you're not going to lose it. And if these things are all galled up, what you end up with is you have to take a hammer and a punch, and you put your punch right on this pin, and you beat it the whole way through here. Or if you can get it out far enough and you can get it turning, you might be able to get a pair of channel locks or something on this head and twist and pull, and it'll eventually come out. But after you get done beating it, what happens is this little cotter pin hole here, let me turn this so you see it better. That little cotter pin hole gets smashed shut. So you got to take a small drill bit, re-drill it out so your cotter pins will fit. But, if everything works the way it's supposed to and it's not all galled up, you leave your hammer or your pry bar and your punch in here to keep these brakes spread apart, because as you pull this pin out, it tries pulling this brake pad this way and it binds the pin up. But watch this. If everything's not all galled up, this is what you get. Right out. Pull that pin right out. You take this spring off. The spring is held in. The pin goes through. Get a good angle on this. Pin goes through this end of the spring, and then these two hooks get put in this hole on the inside here, and the same on this hole. So you get that one off, and you go to the next pin, pull your cotter pin out, lay it aside so you don't lose it. Look at that, right out. Pull your pry bar and punch out, and watch this. Look at that. The brakes are out. And as long as you don't have to replace the rotor, you put some anti-squeal or silicone paste, something on the back of these to keep them from squealing, keep them lubed up a little bit, and you slide them right back in, put your pins, your spring in, and you're done. Your brake job's done. You got about, with taking the wheel off and jacking the vehicle up, 10-15 minutes aside. That's incredible. Everybody should do this, but they should use stainless pins. Okay, here we are ready for assembly. Got your brake pads, a little bit of anti-squeal on them just in case. Now watch how easy this is. Take your pad and you slide it in. You don't have to take the caliper off or anything. Slide it right in. A little bit of jiggle wiggle, and it's in. Grab your other pad, down on the floor, same thing. Slide it right in. Get it even at the top of the rotor, that'll help you Get your pins in, and you find your springs, pins, and cotter pins, wherever the hell you threw those all at. And then put your pin in, or your spring in here first. It goes in just like this. Take your hooks, hook one there, flip it down in. Take your pin, get your brake shoe lined up, your brake pad lined up, I'm sorry. Of course it's going to fight me on the way in. Prove me a lie. Let me try this side first here. There we go. Look at that. Put that in there. That's in. Find your cotter pin hole, which is right there. Grab a cotter pin. Change camera hands. Put your cotter pin in. Right there. That pin is done. Now, we'll fight with the top one for a little bit. Which fighting with these brakes is nothing like any other set of brakes. Look how easy that was. Right in. Grab my cotter pin. I can't find it. There it is. Swap camera hands again. Put your cotter pin in. Done. The brakes are done. Put your wheel back on. Torque your wheel down. Pump your brakes up. You're done. Pull the truck out. Go for a joyride. Thanks, everyone. Bye.